What's up? What's going on, y'all?
Great. Welcome back to another episode. Your boy Mike Tees.
St. Pearson, we brought episode 60 or 74, 73, I'm sorry. And we brought a special guest with us. Would you introduce yourself to the people, please?
Hi, everybody. I'm Kiana with the Key to Lashes.
Hey. So I want to get into it. The Key to Lashes. Can you talk about it, the history, how you got into it a little bit?
Yeah. So I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, like newly. I think my son at the time might have been like 6 or 7 months. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. But I was ready to do something. You know what I mean? I didn't know what that something was, but something. And so I remember around that time, eyelash extensions had been out for a little bit, but they were always pricey when you see them, like $150, $160. And I was just like, I was like, no, fuck that. Wait, I'm sorry. Am I allowed to cuss on y'all show?
You grown.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I didn't know what type of sponsorships y'all have because I curse a lot. So okay, cool. Okay, yeah, but anyway, so I came across like an Instagram post because I was looking to get some eyelash extensions done, and somebody had a special going for like $50 or $65. So I was like, ooh, I want that. I had no prior knowledge to lashes whatsoever. So I go to this lady's apartment, and when she opens the door, it's who I sat next to my last semester of college. So I instantly felt like comfortable, but I didn't know when I booked.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'm getting my lashes done. It took her about 2 hours. During that time, she was telling me like, yeah, I took this class because I was picking her brain about like, eyelash extensions. She was like, yeah, I took this class. I took it here. It was this amount, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. I opened my eyes. I only had it seemed like 5 lashes because what I know now is I was like her 5th or 6th client.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the price was like that. And you know what I'm saying? But so even though I didn't get the best set, I still got the information because if I wouldn't have got my lashes done by her, I wouldn't have known about the course or how much it costs or like, oh, it's a day process and I can make this much amount of money. So
before you continue, where did you take the course at?
Huh?
Course at for lashes?
My course, y'all, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm sorry. It's something with the heart and it has an eye. So I'm gonna have to go back and tell y'all later. But I went to school with her. Her name is Shalana. It was something heart. I don't know. I don't want to mess up her business name, so I'll just look it up and let y'all know later. But I actually went to school with her, so I always seen her advertising them on social media. So when I decided to take a class, I didn't go to who she told me about. I just hit up somebody I knew.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, you said it felt like you only had like 5 lashes. What's a typical set of lashes?
Full, with me, I try to lash every natural lash you have. If you have a natural lash, I want to put one of my lashes on top of that. But again, that comes with like skill, and it took me a long time to master that. I used to look at all these pretty pictures and try my hardest. I used to be nervous before certain clients because everybody has like different lashes. People are booking with me. I've never seen their face. I literally used to have anxiety and pray, like, Lord, please let these come out bomb. And some will, some wouldn't, because you know what I mean? So it took a little bit, but yeah.
So I'm confused. So you said for every lash they have, you add a lash.
Exactly. So on your right eye, if you have, I'm putting probably 150, 175 on each eye. All while we talk, all while we listen to music. It goes
one lash at a time?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So
wow.
Yeah, I can't. I
So
don't know.
look, so peep my lashes. I don't know if y'all can see them.
Uh-huh.
So these come off one at, oh, I should have brought some tweezers up here, but I rip these off one at a time when I'm putting them on. And like I said, if somebody has a ton of natural lashes, I'll use like multiple strips.
Wow, that's and so okay. I see some of the ladies with them on, but like, what is the exact purpose of one by one of the lash for? And I'm a man, so I'm asking you this from a
I
man.
got you. Okay. All right. This is how I tell people. It is back in the day, everybody had what eyeliner, mascara. You know what I mean? That was the norm. But guess what? You got to put that shit on every day. Sometimes it's wet, sometimes it's clumpy, it's not consistent. This look gives you waterproof. I can go swimming, I can take a shower. I have to get a fill, I have to get maintenance every 2 to 3 weeks. That's it. In between those 2 to 3 weeks, I just have to keep them clean and brush them daily, just like I would, you know what I'm saying? My hair, my hands, just simple. Other lashes, the 25, 35 lashes that you might get, you know what I mean, with hair glue or something like that, you can't get those bad boys wet. Your natural lashes won't grow. If I decide to take these lashes off or my clients' lashes off, guess what? Natural lashes are still healthy if you want to be natural, or you can be like, you can just wake up done. Literally, you just need clear skin, the key to lashes, and some lip gloss, and you're good. And it looked like you did something. You didn't do shit but roll out of bed.
So I commend you on patience. Now that I think about it, because I commend you on patience for, you said 150, 175 individual lashes. Just as far as the size and the time I imagine it takes. How long would it take to do a full set?
Okay, so a full set is 2 hours. Sometimes it's a little shorter. Sometimes it might go over 5 or 10 minutes, but a full set. I do offer complimentary lash baths with all my clients, and I've been hearing that that's not common. So I should have.
What's a lash bath?
So a lash bath, I take my foam wash. It's especially made for the eyes, very gentle, and I remove all oil and dirt, because sometimes clients will come in and they're just like, oh yeah, they're clean, but you never know what type of oils people have, what their level of clean is, and I found that out quickly. And under a microscope, I can see so much dirt and debris on the lashes. So if I'm trying to put my fake lash on top of what I'm putting it on is like dirt and things like, and oils, when I want to be putting it on a clean lash so it adheres right. So I do that, complimentary, because I want my work to always be bomb, and I don't want later for it to look crappy because how you washed your lashes. So it's a foam wash, and I take a nice soft brush, and I literally shampoo their lashes, and I sit there and rinse them off. Then I dry them. Then we start the process.
Wow.
Do you recommend for certain people to get certain styles of lashes?
Again, like I said, for the most part, I have a style, I have my own style. I talk to my ladies before and have them tell me like their comfort level as far as like length. But usually the artist in me, I don't really ask for recommendations. You know what I'm saying? If you're coming to me, that's because you looked at my pictures and you like my style. Cool. You know what I'm saying? So that, you know what I mean? So tell me what you are comfortable with length, because some people wear glasses, some people, work at schools, or some people, you know what I mean? Depends. I have a client that, she likes some kind of medium, but when she goes on vacation and when it's her birthday, she's like, okay, do a little extra. And that's when we do a little extra.
So with the lashes, is it like hair extensions where they got synthetic hair, horse hair, human hair? Is there different types of lashes?
Yes, it's literally all types of different lashes. Again, I don't make the lashes personally. You know what I mean? I go through my vendor, but I don't, you know what I mean? It is different styles. You can feel some, and they're definitely stiff. They're definitely super shiny. They're hard in a sense. You have some that are super, super soft. Definitely different quality levels and different styles as well.
So do you charge for that? So it's today, so I come in today. I need that. I don't need the horror. I don't want no horror lashes, but I don't want them super fluffy. I get that mid grade. Is that a thing?
luckily, I'm all about quality. So after I want to say the first year, I was trying out my products as well as I was gaining my clientele.
Uh-huh.
So I narrowed down what I love. You know what I'm saying? So the glue, the lashes, stuff like that. So once I figured out what I loved, I bought it in bulk. So it ain't no hard fucking lashes here. All soft, all perfect. The curls stay. No, I won't wear hard lashes, and I won't want my clients to wear hard lashes. That'd be uncomfortable. I want it to be very soft and natural. You don't even want to, you can't even feel them. They're not heavy at all.
So I asked that question because I was trying to see, I was alluding to, is there levels to this shit? But I see you just, you upper echelon up there, So, yeah, I'm being funny.
I think
But it's interesting to me, to be honest. But
no, I think honestly though, I think again that goes back to everybody has their style, and maybe people like to work with different material. Just like if you go get your hair braided or something like that, people like to use different hair, or you go to the barber and they using different tools, and people be like, I can never use that tool.
right.
And this person be like, I swear by this tool. So what works for them. But I've tried it and I wasn't a fan. My clients weren't fans, but I tried it because the overall it looked nice, but the feel of it was heavy. So I wasn't a fan. I just want them to be light.
Right.
Wow.
So with the so you see, like, you go to Dollar Tree or something, you'll see little lashes. They got the kind where they glue them all the way across.
Mm-hmm.
So
the lash strips, I used to wear those.
So the is that, or what you do, the singles, is that essentially those just bust down?
Yeah, way bust down.
Mm.
Like during a pandemic, I didn't, but it was super fucking smart. A lot of people were taking a regular lash like you would buy and filling them in how we would on a client, and then sending them in the mail. So since they couldn't come in to us, they were still getting that kind of extension look without looking all even like a strip or whatever, just having dimension without stacking or anything like that. So that was dope. I don't know how much they were charging for those, but they were doing that. Chicks were doing selling press-ons in the mail and sending them out during the pandemic. So that was awesome.
Money, God.
You got to be creative. Think of something.
Exactly.
Do you put glue on them to keep them in place, or how does that exactly work?
It is a powerful adhesive, especially made for use around the eyes. And guess what? It lasts between 6 and 8 weeks.
So how do you money with the glue hole? That's like a pit bull's locked jaw right there.
But then the beautiful thing is our lashes have a growth cycle just like our hair. So my lash does not damage your lash because it's certain weights too. It's certain weights to these lashes. So when y'all get a pair of lash, it'll tell you like what weight the lash is. So that's why you don't want to use heavy lashes, because you don't want it to or damage the natural lash. So when this lash is grown and it's ready for it to say goodbye and fall off and make a wish, my natural lash is going to be right on top. It's not, they're not going to come off before, and then you'll see a baby one growing in right behind it.
See, that's crazy to me because I don't picture new growth with eyelashes.
I know that was exciting to me too when I you know what I mean, when I learned about that. I teach that in my manual too.
So what's your manual? Let's talk about that.
Woo, it's so bright out, y'all can't even see it.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, I teach all this in a course for beginners so they can get out here and hustle like me, and they get a certificate. I get them a carrying case, a nice little pink carrying case, and it's loaded with all the goodies that they'll need for up to 50 clients. And I made it so it's travel, so they can take it and it completely folds out with everything that they need. And I literally put the products that I sell and use in there. I don't give them other shit or whatever like that. I get them. And then what I don't give them, like maybe my tape that I use for the bottom lashes and stuff like that, I tell them, I'm like, hey, this is the expensive blue tape. If you find it cheaper than $10, get your hands on, you know what I mean? And I make them a little list of where I shop and everything. Like, you get everything.
So I know my wife is watching this. Somebody asked for her. How much is your course? Because this is like she's really tedious. She would love to do something like this.
Oh, she would. She'll be so good at it because I've seen her nails. So my course right now, you can get everything in the package, including lash bed, and your light, and the kit that we just talked about for $600.
And that's so it's a 1-day course, you said?
Yeah.
That's not a bad investment for if I can get my eyelash for $100 is $150.
I don't think so, because like I said, 4.5 years ago, and it was a little bit under $1,000 in 1 day, and I'm still making money off of it today. I've made my money back so many times, and it's just awesome. And then I can be chilling here on the couch, and somebody will tell me, "Hey, can I have a couple of packs of lashes and such?" And I made money like that. And guess what? I'm like, okay, I'll put it in my mailbox. It's ready for you because they've already cashed at me or something like that. So it's courses and it's clients. And guess what? The clients are hooked immediately after the first set, so they keep coming back. It's literally residual. So I hope that girls, keep taking it and keep sticking with it. It's a good thing to have, because I don't think lash extensions are going anywhere.
So why do they buy extra packs? What's the extra packs for?
Oh, like people who do after they take my course and they still want to use my products. Yeah.
I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Where do we buy this book at? How do we get in contact with you to start this?
Wow, it looks like, since I've seen people too, I need to figure out how to formulate it so I can send it out in a file and maybe record videos and offer maybe like a live session. I'm going to put that on the schedule to come up with. It seems something very simple, since I have all the material. That way I can be able to chit chat with your wife, you know what I'm saying? And figure and get her on the right path or whatever from where y'all are at. But right now they would just call me or email me. Right there on my lash page is my phone number and my email, and we'll figure out a date and time that works best for them. Mm-hmm. Other than that, like I said, now that y'all done spoke it up, I'm going to figure out how to put all of this online. And obviously, since it's not, you know what I mean, in person, it'll probably be a little cheaper. I'll see how everything works out. I can have the equipment sent to her house, you know what I mean? I can have the manual sent to her house, and I can offer it, you know what I mean, maybe online. Yeah, it seems like something I can put together. Thanks, guys.
So, Barbara Font asks, do you need a cosmetology license to do eyelashes?
Now, you guys will have to check in your state, because every state is literally different. Here, we don't. I know some states you might have to, and it might be cos or esthetician. I don't even know if it'll fall under cos. Maybe I know they teach it in esthetician school, but here in Michigan at this time, no police come for me, but we didn't, you know what I mean? Especially when I took my course, and the last time I checked, you didn't need a license. You get certified.
Taylor said her daughter is studying to be an esthetician.
Oh, she's about to get all the waxes and facials and all that good stuff. That's what's up.
So that's what I was about to ask. What is an esthetician?
Yeah, they take care. So when you go get those facials, or when you get like body waxes or anything to kind of like deal with the skin, esthetician takes care of. So hair removal, they do lashes, they do lash tints, and lash tints. I think they have some type of chemical that straightens the lashes, and they have some type of chemical that darkens the lashes. They teach microblading. That's when you do like tattoos, but not the kind like they had back in the day, the kind that looks like stroke hairs. That's hold on. Where the real money is.
You hit us with a whole bunch of terms real quick. What is microblading?
So quick, so fast.
I'm sorry. Okay, listen. Okay, so microblading, and please, and if anybody out there has that and I say it wrong, I don't mean no harm. But microblading is pretty much, they take the same hair color you have, or the hair color that you desire, and they do pretty hair-like strokes. So instead, they used to just take that tattoo gun and shade that shit in, and people will look real dark and harsh. Now they literally make it a tattoo eyebrow, but it's just light pigmented, and it looks like little what's the name? So you'll always look like you have the perfectly arched eyebrows. So if you did have to go in for like a threading or a wax, they'll just take away, away from the tattoo, and your eyebrows are perfect.
I don't
you go with the eyebrows, brother.
But hold on, let me tell you guys the cool part. the cool part about it is I have a couple of clients in my manual who have it, and you won't even tell. You won't even know. You never know. Don't those eyelashes and eyebrows look perfect?
And that's a tattoo. See, that's them butterfly eyelashes with the tattoos.
Basically.
It looks good though. I'm talking mess, but it looks good though.
Yeah.
Educated, not just seeks voice change. Because I don't, you know, as a man, look, and when I was saying, I was looking at my own eyebrows, like, can't imagine just going to go get tattooed on my face.
True.
You know, in the name of beauty, that's my bottom line. Like it's a lot of stuff going on around the eyeball. You know, I value my eyeball, so I'll be literally leery. And then like with the tweak, my wife, my wife like to will fix her eyebrows and use the tweezers. I like to call them tweakers because it's a lot of time to just like, you know, like the time you take to fix your eyebrows and stuff like that. But like I couldn't imagine all this.
Yeah, the things that chicks go through, and some guys. I haven't had a guy client, but some guys too. They go through it and they pay money for it, and they can't wait to get appointments for it.
I ain't that I ain't that pretty.
But guess how much the micro shading costs? Like for I think for me to take a course, it'd be between $3,000 and $5,000. But each client, I think at the beginner level, like, you know, like I told you, when you start off with lashes, you charge maybe like $50. That's how you know where the beginners are at. Mm-hmm. You're charging maybe like $500, right? But then when you get good and on your shit, you're like up there around like $900 for the eyebrows. And I think it only takes them a couple of hours. Yeah.
Bro, I might be in the wrong business.
And I'm telling y'all should probably, I know y'all talking shit, but y'all should probably do it because it ain't that many guys doing it. So then you're gonna be on top. You're like, you know that guy who do them sweet ass eyebrows?
Yeah.
In my hands, a girl glorified these big hands coming towards her eyes with the little eyes.
I'm tripping. Like it's really money in that stuff. Like I guess beauty costs.
Yeah. Especially for everybody trying to make it look natural too.
Yeah.
Make it look like I never had nothing. They love that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, so with your clients, they come get their eyebrows done.
Their eyelashes.
Or what I say?
Eyebrows, because we were talking about brows.
Yeah. So back to the eyelashes. So I'm gonna come get my eyelashes done today, right?
Yeah.
When I gotta come back to see you?
2 to 3 weeks.
And so and that's because of a new growth.
Exactly. And remember, the old one falls out. So if I put in, so on average, even though we can't see them because they're so little, on average, we lose 2 to 4 lashes per day. So how much is that per week? You know, and I told you at the beginning, I put on 175. So in 2 weeks, you're looking a little light. You don't want to look undone. So that's why I don't like when people come in after a month or anything like that, because I take out the ones that are too grown, then you have gaps. But if you like to just stay done, you know, when your girl goes in for a fill versus waiting on her nails are broke. Right. Don't wait till all your nails is broke. Just go in for a little touch up. So every 2 to 3 weeks, my girls come see me.
Jay said his wife paid damn near $600 and he damn near fainted. I'm about to faint for you, brother. Hell.
So look, listen, I've seen states that do it and their lashes are running 70, and I was just like 70, but that, you know what I'm saying? But that's cool too. That's cool too. So every state is different. I've seen people charging up to 200. So
yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. Like, I wish I could see. Now I'm gonna have to go hit Google up. I want to see the process up close, in depth, because I want to see it.
You should have told me. I could have had a model. You should have said something.
Oh man, I didn't. You know, honestly, I didn't think about. I didn't look. Looking back now, and I didn't realize, like, I didn't understand the intricacy of the process.
Right.
And everything that goes into it, and I didn't know you was charging $150.
You should have went to the Key to Lashes on Instagram. I got pictures of me shampooing. I got my price list. I got before during and after pictures and videos. So check out my Instagram.
So I did check it out, right? But
Yeah.
it was one of the, I wasn't.
Yeah.
Like paying. It wasn't. How can I put it? I'm like, man, I'm a man. Why do I care so much about the?
Yeah.
But now hearing it, it's really an interesting thing. So I will double back and like pay attention more to the process, because it's trippy, like, and it's money in it. I ain't got that type of patience. I'll be mad as hell, but to try something like that.
No, I bet you can do it. I bet you can. If you can weed, you can definitely do that. Put on your music, like I said.
Weed. My wife does the weed. I don't do weed.
Oh.
He's a hater against things and processes like chicken.
So all these shirts and shit that you showing us, your wife weeded that?
A lot of them, yeah.
You gotta start putting on camera then. I feel food now. Hey, that's why I seek be on camera. Like I owe everything to my wife. That's my baby. She up here weeding, I ain't even know.
See, in my defense, I do some. My eyes are bad though.
Right.
So
you do have to have great eyesight, because sometimes, you know, I do have to like blink because my eyes start to cross because I'm trying to focus on this little fine lash. So that's why, you know, I make sure I have my bright ring lights on.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, if you do need help with your eyesight, you better be wearing your glasses doing lash extensions, because it is a little tedious.
Are you using a microscope at all?
Huh?
Are you using a microscope at all? So you
a microscope? No, but at the beginning I did have these little glasses, and they did have like different lenses that I put on, but I found it difficult switching in between focusing on a lash like that. I'm like the natural lash, and then when I had to go dip my lash in glue and come back, then I had to refocus because I had to, like, you know what I mean, kind of look out this. It was just extra, so I just learned how to do it without it. But I know some people who do.
Yeah, I see all types of opportunities with this. You were saying there's a special type of glue or adhesive that has to be used for the eyelashes. Are you offering bundle packs then?
You dropping all the ideas on me. I can. Right now I offer aftercare kits with a shampoo brush, a to-go mascara wand, and the foam wash. I offer those in kits, but I can absolutely, you know what I mean? I can whatever it takes to do a full set of eyelash, I can definitely offer it in a kit. Because that's how it is in the class. In the class, you get all of that. So that's a kit. And then I have the after kit. So we can do whatever. Yeah, we can do whatever. And then now, because of Kiana Made It, it's helpful because now, before then, I had to outsource every time I needed labeling and stuff done. But now I can do that shit myself too. So just let me know. Let me know what y'all need.
Hold on, we got to talk about her too. Who's that lady? Kiana Made It.
Kiana Made It came after that pandemic, and they said I couldn't do lashes no more. And my hands got idle. And but I had always kind of wanted a Cricut machine because my husband and I, we have 4 boys. And so they're in sports, and I always liked, you know, to have like, you know, the mom sports stuff and all that good stuff. But everybody's stuff was the same. It was always pricey. My husband, for his business, he always had to go in every season. And when we would get hoodies or shirts or whatever, we had to pay $300-400. And I'm just like, I started talking shit like, you're paying $400. My machine is $300. I'm like, I can do it. I can do it. And I guess he got tired of me talking shit. He's just like, then order it then. Yeah. Then order it then. So, man, and then that's when everything was taking a long fucking time because of the pandemic. And I kept checking my phone like, oh shit, it's about to be here tomorrow. Like, I was talking about my Cricut machine, and I was watching YouTube like crazy. But at that time, I didn't plan to like make a business or money or anything like out of it. I was just excited to make shit.
Mm-hmm. So how does so you got the last business, you got Kiana Made It, which is the shirts and the other stuff we'll go into here in a second. But as far as, does Key to Lashes make money for Kiana Made It and vice versa? Like, can I come in here and give me a lash pack and I'm gonna need, girl. I need 2 birthday shirts. Does that work? Do you sell
Okay.
packages?
Hell yeah. I mean, I know on these memes and shit, they say, your friends and family don't support you. But I would say, the first place I went was just me, just I post pictures of my kids all day. I started posting my work. And then that turned into people DMing me and emailing me or whatever, texting me. Oh, can you make me something like that? Da, da, da. And that's how it started. So I would say, like, whether it was friends or family or stuff like that, those were my first customers. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing lashes, like I said, 4.5 years ago, and Kiana Made It started back in 2020, like spring of 2020, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like I said, when I had a product, I will be talking to it, because when I'm sitting down lashing with my clients, we're talking about real life shit. We're talking about their life. We're talking about my life. We have music on. We're talking about the song, and of course, we're talking about business adventures. So yeah, but my clients have bought shirts, hoodies, body butters, scrubs. Shout out to all my clients and everybody.
Hold on. So we went from lashes to shirts to hoodies to body butter. Let's talk body butter. What is body butter? My cousin sells body butter, but I still don't know what body butter is.
Shout out to my husband. Okay, so probably about 6 or 7 years ago, I don't know, I got a jar of coconut oil because I started hearing about all these uses of great, of coconut oil, right? I put it on, and my husband was just like I mean, fresh out the shower, put the coconut on. He was like, ew, I hate the smell of that, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward 5 years later, guess who loves coconut oil? He loves, and I talk shit to this day. I'm like, really, like all in the summertime, like no lotion or whatever. He likes coconut oil, right? So I want to say, I was like in the mall and I came across this black lady. So I'm like, okay, let's go spend some money. And she had this whip coconut oil, but it was like whip. It was like the consistency of whipped cream, right? And so I got that for him. I'm like, he'll like that. And I want to say we went on vacation. And by the time we came back from vacation, that $18 jar was gone. So I was like, fuck that. I'm about to figure out how to make it myself. And so I took a whole bunch of awesome, great skin soothing body butters. And I did, let's see, shea butter, coconut oil, just, I don't know. I forgot like my first batch, but then I started using it on him, and then he was like, oh, I need more. Then eventually we stopped using lotion. And then I tried to and then one day I just ended up making a batch of them because I got sick of making it like every week, but I didn't buy a big container. I bought like the kind, like little 8-ounce jars. And after I made the jars, they were plain. I was like, well, fuck, let me make some labels. But then when I went to make the labels, I'm like, how you gonna make some labels without a name? So then I thought about it. I'm like, got you whipped body butter. And then I put the ingredients on there since they were all natural. And literally I did all that within 2 hours. And then I'm like, since I have them, let's go on Canva and sell them. And so that's how that came. But it really started from my husband, and I had to keep making it for him. And then I made it for my family.
So what do you mean let's go on Canva and sell them? How did Canva help you sell?
Canva helps me a lot in my business. Canva, even though I need to get better on my YouTube, and I can make I made my son's birthday invitation on Canva. You can make price list on Canva. I've made invitations on Canva, hang tags on Canva. A lot of my business I handle on Canva. A lot of my social media posts, price list. I don't know. Happy December, happy January. All that shit is made in Canva.
Okay.
So it's a design software. Keena, we're gonna come right back. We gotta take a shout out.
Hey Mike. Yo. My name is Kiana.
Kiana.
I'm telling you that.
Listen, I put your folks' name and it's not ill-hearted. I don't mean to do it on purpose. So please don't take it personal. And
I didn't take offense, but I just knew once I told you one time you were gonna get it. You just forgot the A, Kiana. That's it.
Kiana. All right. Well, we'll be right back. We're gonna take a break for our sponsors.
All right.
Dry Caesar dealer. I sell Caesar. Oracal is my other big brand that is well known. I have all the colors of Oracal, 12-inch, 24-inch. I have my own branded decal called Galaxy. It's the competition to Oracal. I carry Oracal, Metamark, probably the best decal there is. Hands down, it's matte, but it's fantastic. I carry sublimation products. That's the future where we're growing right now is sublimation, and we have our own line of glitter for like tumblers, resin. So that's our other big one. Stardust glitter coats, the other big one we're growing right now is to throw online presence and in stores. The molds, the glitters, all the sublimation products. I mean, that stuff changes every day and adds new things. I mean, it's.
So if somebody order, what's your turnaround time typically for an order?
Typically within 24 hours. I like.
Yo, y'all make sure y'all head on over to Vinyl Supply Unlimited today and use that code Squad Creative 10 at the checkout. We are here with
I'm sorry, go
Kiana,
ahead.
the Kita Lashes.
Look, I've been telling him on everything.
It's no big deal. Thanks, Mike. You got it right.
I like how people like, hey, Mike.
That's how I was just trying to be easy.
Yeah. Let me read a couple of these comments before we move on. James, Custom Journey. Oh, that's James. He's James. But Custom Journey said, there's real money in it. My boy from work quit and opened the salon with his wife and ain't looked back. I feel that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's real. I see like prices from the nail stuff for my wife, but it's period. Beauty's not cheap.
Nope.
Barbara LaFont said if you pay $650 every 2 weeks, that's $1,300 a month. That is a good payment on a multi-needle embroidery machine, ain't it?
She said $650?
Yeah.
Who paying $650 every 2 weeks?
I think she's talking about I don't know. I'm not sure.
No.
Wow. But I don't know.
Because a full set is $110 for me, but a fill is $85.
So that's
so the first set is $110. After that is $85 every 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh my Lord.
And they have to put down a deposit first.
So how much you charge for a deposit?
$25. It comes off that 85, but I just love when money hits the account every day. So whether somebody's booking or appointments or whatever, I like the deposits hitting every day.
I feel that. James says, so how has the learning curve been in all the print methods you do?
Man, I feel like it's with everything. I feel like it is a university. I feel like I've definitely paid my money for some lessons. Mm-hmm. Yep, I paid my money for some lessons. It's been so fun. It's been so fun just to create or to think of something in your head and somehow translate it to whatever you're making, and it comes out better, or just try new things, or it didn't turn out that good, or or whatever. But I mean, I love the process because, like I said, I didn't know it was going to be this.
Right. Wow. So you didn't name about 6 or 17 businesses, right?
Uh-huh.
What all do you do in general?
Okay. First and foremost, I told y'all I'm a mom, I'm a wife. And then in that, I'm a basketball mom. You know what I'm saying? My husband owns his own business and he's really busy. So he spends a lot of time like busy. As well as Kiana Made It. I'm narrowing Kiana Made It down. You know what I mean? Kiana Made It, before Kiana Made It used to do, sublimation, Cricut. I got a silhouette. I still haven't touched my silhouette, y'all. I still have not touched. It's just up there collecting dust. It's pretty and it's pink. But and I finally put out my sewing machine a couple of weeks ago, and that's been super, super fun. I was able to create this. So I was just like, I created a nightgown and a couple of things. I'm like, I'm going to like the sewing machine.
I'm about to break out mine myself. I sewed too. I'm about to break it out. It's in the garage. I'm going to go buy me a serger and it's on.
Yeah, my brother actually bought me a serger. He had a scent, the one I was telling y'all about in Cali. Because I was like, man, I really want a serger, but I was like, I'm just beginning, so let me start off slow because I have my little room and every freaking crafting thing y'all can think of. I get it because I'm just like, ooh, I need this, ooh, I need that, and then I just try to create and do stuff. But yeah, as far as back to the question, he said, what have I learned from every print method? Was that the question?
How is your learning curve been in all the print methods you do? I want, before you answer that, you see I lean over because the way the lighting is hitting my screen, I can't see it, so I got to lean in to read. That's why you keep seeing me do that.
Oh no, that's fine. The learning curve was easy. With most of the printing, I did. Okay, so I got this. So the Cricut and everything with all the videos, I didn't really have any problems with that. I had like beginner issues, like, oh shit, I forgot to mirror, and you know what I mean, like finding the right kind of brand of vinyl that I like to use. But other than that, it wasn't really a learning curve with that. But with sublimation kicked my ass because that's when I learned, like, don't trust what your heat press says. Get a thermometer and actually heat temp that, because I'm up here like, bro, what the fuck am I doing wrong? What's going on? And guess what? The whole fucking time, it wasn't really 400. It was reading 100 degrees off.
Damn.
Wow.
So I'm telling you, my husband was trying to help me figure it out because he's like, you want me to get your printer working for you? I got you, blah, blah, blah. We were down there for like an hour and I forgot I don't know if I seen something online or we just started doing tests, but we just kept raising it higher and higher and testing like different, we cut up a sublimation sheet and just cut it into strips and just kept testing it. And by the time it was all said and done, it was off 100.
That's crazy. So you got what brand of heat press you got? Your heat presses, you got one of them top notch ones, don't you?
Okay, so dang, hold on. I'm trying to run this all past y'all, but fast, but not too fast. So when I started posting stuff back when the pandemic happened, Mother's Day happened, and I got really, really busy with like making custom orders, like with mom shirts with their kid's name and their grandparents' name, and I did pink shirts with like glitter. And I posted it on Marketplace. And oh my God, back then I think I was only getting paid between $17 and $23 per shirt, and I'm putting names and everything. And I didn't have no desktop. I was doing it all off of my phone, so Cricut to phone, because at the time I had a Chromebook and I didn't know Chromebook wasn't compatible with the Cricut. So I had to do everything on my phone and adjust everybody's name. And some people had 10 names and crazy shit, but I went really crazy on that, right? And then on Marketplace after that, we seen it was a DTG machine. Mm-hmm. And then with the DTG machine, it came with ink. It came with a shitload. I mean, tubs, like the big ass tubs full of shirts, neatly and color coordinated, hoodies, and a whole bunch of other somebody sold a business is what I'm trying to tell y'all. So I got the DTG machine. I got 2 heat presses. I got a computer. I got a printer. I got a keyboard, a mouse, a hat press, and I'm probably still forgetting something. And my husband and his friend just loaded all that shit up, and I just was so fucking giddy. And I don't remember what we paid for it. I think $3,700 for all that.
Oh, that's
at the time, keep in mind, this is only maybe like a month and a half into it. But at the time, we didn't know, like, okay, even though it was old stalls, it was the stalls. You know what I'm saying? But that ended up, I think that one, it was 2 16 by 20s, but that one ended up going out on me. And it was crazy because a week before we bought all that, I had just upgraded to the biggest Cricut press, the big 12 by 10 or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I started off with the real small one. And then I upgraded to the middle size. And then I was so excited that I had finally got that one. And then a week later, I had all this equipment.
That's crazy. So I want to ask about that heat press. Do you like that heat press, that big Cricut thing?
I don't know. I sold that as soon as I got the new stuff. I went on Marketplace and I got rid of that. And then I told you I used that one heat press for a little bit, but I didn't have the space for it, so it was on like one of those party fold out tables. And one day I was pressing the hoodie, which have a little you know what I mean, like a little weight to it, and I went to push it and the whole thing collapsed, put a hole in the wall. And then my husband wrapped some type of bungee cord around it because it only lasted so long, and then I was left with the other one, the one I was telling y'all about that was like the temperature was off. So I guess I said all that to say I got the shit used, but I was trying to tell y'all how I got all of that in one bundle. So yeah, that pretty much, it was fine, but it was inconsistent. But now I have a Fusion, and so far so good.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking you were talking about that with that 100 degrees off. Definitely.
Nah, but it was cool. Like I said, once I knew what I was working with and I temp gunned it, it wasn't really, it was broke. The thermometer was just off. So it wasn't like it was that inconsistent. Maybe the pressure and everything, but it was doing what it was supposed to do until I got a new one. Right. And I still turned around and sold that to my friend, and she's still using it to this day.
Oh, that's cool.
Man.
That come up in a box was really truly a come up. All of that for, you said 3,700.
Yeah, and that's why I say it was meant to be, because it just flowed so effortlessly. Because like I said, I wasn't planning on in April when I got this machine versus getting all that stuff the next month and making all the money. Because my husband kept telling me, like, write down everything that you bought and everything that you made. And I didn't want to do it because I just thought, like, I spent so much money. I didn't feel like I made that much money. But when I tallied everything up, I paid for everything that we bought and then some. I was just like, because I thought, like, I was so busy, like, some days, like, I wouldn't even sleep. I mean, I was teaching my husband, I was teaching my sister. I'm like, okay, this is what we need to do. My sister was like, okay, I fold for you, I do this. I think my mom or my mother-in-law was, keeping, like, we were busy for a few weeks. I had to come up with a system, like, off the bat, because it wasn't a business before it kind of just took off.
Mm-hmm.
So it was interesting to me after I took off and got all this stuff, and then things kind of slowed down.
Oh yeah, that's
I was like, whoa.
That worked.
But yeah, that's how it happened. But in hindsight, I guess God probably did it that way because, like, let me give you a little taste of something first, I guess, versus trickling into it.
So I know that you also had that white toner printer.
Yeah.
We talked about that a little bit. Was that included in on that package deal, or was that a separate thing?
That was a separate thing when I was thinking about how can I elevate in my business and what can make my way of life easier, And that's when I think it was in one of these groups. Some chick did a little video and she didn't show what she was using at first. She just put it, and she was just like, weedless vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck is weedless vinyl? I want to know. And then when I figured out it was a white toner machine and how much it costs, I was just like, I thought I was about to go pull up that somewhere and get this. This is some bullshit.
Yeah. Those white toners, man, they never did catch like that. It's crazy. They didn't.
It's certain folks that can make it do what it do with them. Now, the Breeze Tees, he was on here a couple episodes ago, and he was talking about that, the Oki printer. So the key to lashes, what is the key to lashes?
You mean how I came up with the name?
No, just what is the key to lashes like?
The key to lashes is the place you come to when you just want to go to sleep and wake up pretty. You want to go to sleep, you want to be calm, you want to listen to music, you want to talk to me about your week. You know what I mean? And then you literally wake up with the most perfect soft eyelashes.
Wow.
And you might leave with a hoodie, and you might leave with some body butter and some great advice too.
So you selling an experience, huh?
Huh?
I said, so you selling an experience.
Period. Yep. That's exactly what it is.
Wow.
So you run these 27, 37 businesses out the house?
Yeah, y'all heard me say I got a husband and 4 kids. I got to be there for them.
Yeah. So that's crazy to juggle all this stuff and then to be a wife and a mother.
Right.
Just that alone is in high demand.
Right.
So
right.
That's dope. Commend you on that.
Oh, thank you.
Stay in control.
Right. But I think it's good, it's good to be busy, and we try to document it. We're trying to get better. We got a family channel called Mumford Party of Six, where we're trying to document everything that we do. 2 Black entrepreneurs, these 4 boys, they're in AAU. We got little babies too, like a little bit of everything going on. My husband's towing business, Kiana Made It, Keita Lashes. I guess it's just about getting more comfortable and really having that camera out at all times. House messy, house clean, bad mood, good mood. But I do feel like it'll be in a diary in a sense, because sometimes I look at videos even that we made a couple of years ago. I'm like, oh, Future was 11 days old, or look how Bryce's voice wasn't deep yet, and now Bryce is like deep voice up to here, But I'm trying to get better at that, because I know it'd be something awesome to look at, because I'd be like, what? We were doing all of that back then.
Right.
Because right now it's just like trying to keep up.
Right.
The house full of entrepreneurs, and the kids is definitely gonna gravitate towards it. Mom, dad, definitely.
Yeah. During the summertime, my kids were helping me a lot. Like Brycey, my oldest, he'll be 13 in a couple of weeks. He helped me to do a lot of the Canva stuff that I was telling you about, because I'm just like, I didn't know when you start doing YouTube and I heard that it was a job, but like I didn't really know. And then when you're really trying to blow up on social media, like you have to post, you have to use hashtags, you have to use all that shit. I'm like, whew, I didn't know. I needed some help, so I had to call in my baby.
And they be knowing though.
Huh?
The kids be knowing though. They be
yep. And then that's why you see my baby on my website, on my page, all that stuff. Who says I use my Oki 8432 all the time for transfer? Yeah, that's what I have. I have the Oki 8432 too. Yeah, that's what I have too. And like I said, I don't hate it. I have made money off of it, but I would say it's more of a headache than, oh my God, I love it, like my Cricut or my heat press or my sublimation. It's kind of just like, but thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do you say it's more of a headache? Like,
for me, it's been more of a headache, because like I said, when I bought mine, I bought it off eBay brand new. Okay. After being in Oki groups and all this thing, what I'm thinking is a learning curve, because at that same time I had to learn Illustrator. I had to pretty much learn how to do my own artwork outside of Cricut, because I started off as Cricut. So all the little skills that I knew were inside of Cricut. And in order to use white toner, yes, I can go on Etsy and keep buying everybody else's file, but I wanted to know how to create my own. I had something in my head. How can I create that? So then I had to learn that software. I had to learn different types of files where I was kind of clueless on, like, and transfer, and I had to, you couldn't pull stuff on the internet and clean it up how you can and put it in Cricut. It has to be perfect, basically. And I was trying to figure out how to do that. So that's a learning curve. Plus you have to pay for that. That's more software you have to pay for. For me to get a pack of paper, that was $400 for A and B sheet for 100 pack of paper. So 100 sheets of paper. So that breaks down to be $4 a sheet. So if you fuck up, that's $4 a sheet. Or if it's perfect, it's $4 a sheet. But sometimes I'll have a shirt order, right? Cool. I just have to print this shit out and press it and rip it off and press it again, right? But guess what? You'll fuck it up sometimes when you're peeling it. Okay, that's $4, right? Then I have to do it again, and then it's almost perfect, but it's not perfect. So then we're down $8. Then I do it again, and it's perfect, right? But when I put it on the shirt, it's kind of not perfect. So then I have to buy a new shirt, buy a new transfer, and it just happened, huh?
I say, yeah, that's too much.
But guess what? Somebody sent me some DTF, and I put that shit on there. I pressed it and ripped it off. I was like, oh yeah. But don't nobody I know who started off with a DTF still have their fucking DTF, or it went down and all that stuff, and it's all this maintenance. And I told y'all I got a lot of stuff to do. I can't do maintenance. That's why I like the white toner, but the white toner didn't work out for me. But I can totally see the white toner working out for me if I would have got a machine maybe that worked properly and not a faulty machine, because it still works. It's just like, for instance, the black, like if I were to do a white design, like a white outline design, it's perfect, but it's something wrong kind of with the registration. So how the colors lay on top of each other. And with Oki knowing that, and because they went through 3 days of troubleshooting with me, having me print out, having me do certain things. Once they figured out what the problem was, guess what they said? Even though they already knew where I bought it. I showed them my receipt. They said blah blah blah. They found something not to be able to uplift it. So imagine paying all this thousands and thousands of dollars for this machine, and less than a year later, just a few months later, it's nothing you can do about it.
So
Wow.
with Oak, and we have Breeze Tees on there, and in that episode, he uses an Oki machine. I forgot which one it is, but he had mentioned, and some people in the audience had mentioned that Oki's good for not living up to their customer service.
And guess what? They're out of business in the United States now.
Mm-hmm.
They're somewhere else, but not with the United States. So, like I said, it's not for me. It's not terrible. Like, you can still make money off of it. Times I'm like, when I have to make something quick for my husband, or if it's a quick shirt my kids want, it's still very easy, especially if it's a file that I've already done. I just got to click on it and print it. I don't have to really change any settings or whatever. It's still cool. But I think I'm a little bit disappointed on what I thought the process would be. I thought, okay, cool. You get over this learning curve, shit gets easier. Shit hasn't gotten easier. I know how to make it through, but I wouldn't say I want to do shit one time.
Right, I feel it.
And every time I'm like, please let this go right.
I feel it.
That's the best way I can that's the best way I can describe it to y'all.
See, that's why I rock with Supercolor. Be out here.
I haven't tried any. I've tried DTF from one person, that's Bear Prince, when he had his, and I love that. I did a video on that, but I haven't tried Supercolor and everything. But that's, like I said, I probably, like, if I come up with a design that I love, you know what I'm saying, I would love to put in the computer and have them send it to me. Yeah, that, I think that'll definitely be dope. I do love playing around with vinyl sometimes, but it's nothing better than pressing something on there and ripping it off and be like,
yeah,
I got this.
I don't want to pray through every fucking step. Please cut right. Please transfer right. Please don't let me get the wrong imprint. Please let me rip it off. Or like, I don't.
I feel it. Like, I got this DTF stuff, this 1430 and everything to do DTF. I've had it forever. I'm about to sell it to the highest bidder here. I really don't want to deal with that. It's too much.
That's what I told you. That's what I said I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just give somebody a great package. Like I said, I might throw in a heat press that I have. I'm gonna throw in all the fucking papers, all the toners, all this stuff. Tell them, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm gonna print out, what it does. And here you, and like you said, sell it at a great fucking price.
Yeah. Yes, everything ain't for everybody, I tell you.
Exactly. I just hate that I had to find that out with the most expensive machine in my office.
Right. I feel it. So, Keita Lashes. Yeah. I want to ask though, what made you come with that name?
I was just thinking, like, I was hunting around from Lasset or for names, and I was just like, I think I was drawing it up. So let me show y'all this. This was my first card. And I was kind of like hand drawn, like an idea for the artist. And I just I kept putting the key on there. I'm like, it's just the major key, you know what I mean? And then like Kiana, obviously. And so, yeah, instead of putting 2, because when I kept drawing the 2, I kept putting the 2 in there. You know what I'm saying? I kept putting that 2 in there. And then even my new cards, I still kind of incorporate it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, I just felt like it was, it was a major key in a sense. When you underline something.
Right.
And then it still had my name in it. So, and then I kept in our search. So when I teach my class and somebody books a course with me, once we book that date and they send me the deposit, I tell them then start thinking about your business name. If you think about a business name, because as soon as you leave my class, when you start your first client, because you work on your first client in class, I want you to start taking pictures. Because like I told y'all, if you scroll all the way to the bottom of my Instagram, Nikita Lashes, you'll be able to see my very first couple horrible, terrible pictures that I really want to delete. But I love seeing the process, because the further you go up, you get to see the growth. And I tell my girls that too. I'm like, scroll down. Don't feel bad if your lashes don't look immediately like mine. It comes with patience and trying different things and just being repetitive.
So you said you do your own I keep wanting to say eyebrows so bad. Eyelashes.
My girl Deanna does them over at Dow Lash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I misunderstood.
And then she's been so good. So shout out to Deanna if she's watching or listening or she sees this, because she's just my girl. I've been going to lashes. Like I said, I started going to her maybe about a year into me doing eyelash extensions myself. So of course I was very particular. And she's just a sweetheart. She does a good job. I've seen her just grow and expand and get a shop and get a boutique, and she's constantly growing. I have a good time. She does a good job. When I was telling her like, I want to stop buying lashes, how I came out with my own brand of things is because I wanted to start teaching courses, but I didn't want to teach courses using somebody else's product. Right. So I was just like, oh my God, where do I even start? But then I remember laying there with my eyes closed and we're always talking, but I felt like I knew we were cool, but I didn't want to come off as like, I wanted to pick her brain, but not feel like I was trying to take anything from her. Does that make sense? And so I remember being so nervous about it and just thinking like, okay, well, she'll know my heart. She knows I'm not shady. And she did. She dropped all the jewels and she was just like, as far as the vendor, you download the WhatsApp, you contact people, maybe lashes that you've already used. So if you go on Amazon or if you go into somebody and you like it, you call that company and say, hey, do you guys offer wholesale? And that company will say, yes. If we do wholesale, we'll send you such and such lashes for this price, like $3 per pack, $5 per pack. Like you said, Seek, depending on what level of money you working for, they go up and up and up. Okay. So then they'll send you a lash pack with their type of lashes, right? But it'll have their company, right? But if you wanted to pay more money, they'll put your company, right? And if you wanted a silver backing, okay, for instance, this was my first, when I first started selling lashes. And this is probably, so my next shipment looked like this. You see, I paid for a different type of case. I changed, I paid for a better logo. And then when I paid for that better logo, I was able to, put it on my lashes and little stuff like that. So, just no difference when we get new packaging for our shirts or our hoodies or new bags or new tags. Yeah, stuff like that. So, and you can keep going up from there. You can pay for more and more. They have lashes, tweezers, everything, and you can get your name put or whatever in bulk and then sell it how you want. So that's how I started selling products, is because I didn't want to go into a course selling somebody else's stuff.
So you have mentioned earlier that you went to someone and then you were like their fifth or sixth customer, and you did the job, right? So what's your stopping point in a day? How many customers?
I don't know if I have a stopping day, because like I said, my schedule and picking up kids and something like that, but I do block out lash days, and usually about between 5 to 7 ladies a day when I block out a day. And I love those days versus when I have a couple of here and a couple of on this day and a couple on that day, because you wake up, you eat, but then you're looking at the clock, you're talking to this client, you're listening to this music. By the time your playlist is over, bye, clean up, next client. The day goes very, very fast, and then you're looking at like a stack of money. And I'm just like, bro, why drag this stuff out and just be making this every couple of days when I can make it in one? And I'm like, I love blackout days. And then like as a mother, when you don't have your kids, you get so much shit done. So then I'm not responsible for my kids because I got a sitter, because I got lashes booked out super fast.
Wow.
Super fast day.
That makes sense.
So like I said, if you're doing 5 to 7 ladies a day, making, depending if they're getting $85 plus tip, or you're doing a full set for $110 plus tip, it's cool. And then all your clients are cool. You're just sitting there talking and listening to music, because at a certain point your hands just move by itself.
So do you is a tip required, or is it they just tip?
I don't know where anywhere a tip is required. If a tip is required, put it in the price. No, you know what I'm saying? But no, a tip isn't required. But everybody likes tip. You tip for services. So most of my clients tip. If they don't, I don't feel no type of way. I make sure within my prices, everything is covered, but tips are cool.
DoorDash make you tip. Well, DoorDash, if you ever see this, DoorDash, stop taking my tip money, DoorDash. I need my little chicken.
I thought you can change it to whatever percentage you want. They put whatever they want in there.
they make you can change it, but you gonna tip $1 if nothing else.
Oh, wow. I'd rather they just include it in my price versus making me do something. Like how is it something I want to do? Like just put it in the price.
Right.
In the price.
I agree with that. So that ain't none of my business, but I'm gonna ask anyway. What's the biggest tip you ever got after a set of lashes?
100.
So
150.
$150 tip on top of $150 tip.
Yeah. And shout out to my client. She's she actually, I'm not gonna say her name, she'll know who she is, and I'm pretty sure she won't care, but she is 23 or 24, and how she tells me, she's like, I'm a businesswoman in a different country. And so she flies back and forth, and at 3 a.m. she's on like calls like this or whatever. And, she says how she tells, I'm like, no, this is too much. Like, it feels weird I'm taking money that's more than my service. And she tells me, she's like, honey, I make money. That's what she tells me. I was like, I want to be like you.
Right. Right.
Definitely I'm in the wrong business. I'm telling you, I'm about to start doing some lashes.
Yeah, man.
And this is unbelievable, really. Gosh.
As soon as I go get my
But yeah, every time she comes in, she tips well, and then she her family or whatever comes to me as well, and they're all business owners.
Oh, that's cool.
And I keep them pretty. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm still on this
high voice again. What you man?
The whole I ain't got paid. I'll be mad. I'll be up in the thing and like, come on, you boy, get your ass up. Slapping me all in the head, trying to get my eyes done. Like a single leg, I can't picture that. Like, I don't,
Oh my gosh, hold on. I'm trying to think. If I come across a video, I'm gonna have to tag you in it, or I'll probably make one my next lash set. I'm gonna make a video and I'm gonna tag you in it, and you probably gonna be like, what? But I'm telling you, after so long, you just start flowing.
So I'm gonna put it like this. So when I was young, I used to grow my hair out and get braids. And if the braid detail get too intricate, I'm knocked out on the braid job, and that shit hurt.
Nothing hurts or is uncomfortable about this process.
That's my point. That's where I'm going with it.
If it does hurt, or if it is uncomfortable, or if you do have burning or something, you might want to let her know so she can make some adjustments. But when it's properly done, you're not supposed to have any of that.
See, that's where I'm going with that, right? So I get my hair done, get my hair braided, and you get back when everybody was getting the designs, and you get your hair braided, and you be there too long, you be asleep. So I'm getting an eyelash done, right? At one at a time with 175 eyelashes. I'm going to sleep. I just don't see it.
Listen, I love it when they go to sleep. Okay? I love it because sometimes when people talk, they talk with their head. They talk even though they're closed, they're like, they're like knocking my lash, they're doing this, or sometimes they're anxious because they've had coffee, or sometimes they just talk and move. So when they go to sleep and they start snoring, and I turn on my Jhené Aiko or my Kehlani or my Summer Walker or a book that I'm reading or whatever, or I might have a client and they have an audio book in their ear, so we'll talk maybe, and then they'll put in the book and we zone out. So I ask sometimes, you listening to my music, you listening to your own, we're talking. Sometimes we talk the whole time. So it goes by really fast.
You ain't sold me. I ain't coming to get my I said you ain't sold me on it yet.
Listen, you come in, like I said, if you come in comfortable. I've had people come in jammies, like I said, I have the music playing. I usually have a candle lit, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, we're talking, we're listening to music, or some of my clients, if I'm listening to inspirational stuff, or if I'm listening to a book or a how-to, because that's a lot of my personal stuff that I'll do. Some clients, like I'll be like, oh, me and my husband are into this stock or something. So I'm watching this YouTuber, and the client that I'm working in, she's into stocks and she's helping me break it down. And I'm just like, huh? She's like, yeah, you need to do crypto. I'm like, what? Metaverse, what? And we might be looking at that, or it might be somebody else. They're like, Kiana, what are you trying to do? Oh, I'm trying to figure out how to do this new such and such. So I might be watching something about vinyl sewing, or it may be music, or we literally might be having a straight therapy session. Everything about this experience is comfortable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though. I ain't coming to get my eyelashes done. I ain't drooling and shit. You ain't gonna get me on no camera. Like, see, Cameron got his eyelashes done. Boy, we cool.
I don't have nobody on there looking crazy. But listen, you'll be my best friend. You'll be waking up like, oh my God, I look so pretty. Thank you so much.
My butterflies on them.
But for real, you better get them hands together, because your girl on the nails and you on the lashes. Shit.
Somebody be mad at hell. I mean, I'll be the poked eye out. I can't. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, man. So, explain to me this glue. What the hell? Okay, the glue, right?
Yeah.
How they get it off?
So again, remember, my lashes are comfortable. Ladies love to have them on. You know what I'm saying? They cry actually when they fall off. And remember, it comes off. Thank you, baby. It comes off with the natural lash.
Oh yeah.
So either you're in it to win it, and you're coming back to me every 2 to 3 weeks. When you come in, I'm filling in the areas that have fell out, or I'm taking off the ones that are outgrown, that haven't quite fell off but are really, really grown out. You know what I'm saying? And I take those off before applying new ones. Or, you know, they decide, oh, I don't want them anymore. And either people do too. A lot of people just wait the 4 or 5 weeks until they're all like shedded. Or if you really like, oh, I don't want them off, which the only time I've really had to take off some people's lashes is if it's been a while, or they went to somebody else and they really didn't care for the set that they had, like it was too much glue or it was not done neatly. Because some people, instead of separating down to one natural lash, they'll just put that lash and it'll be on several of your natural lashes and look really thick and really heavy, and then you can't brush through it. And then our eyelashes grow at different rates. So if I have one lash on 2 lashes and this lash wants to grow and this one can't because it's glue stuck, it gets very uncomfortable and painful. So then they'll come to me like, can you please remove these and do them right? And then so I'll do that whole process like I just talked to you. I'll take down their bottom lashes, I'll shampoo them, I'll dry them off, and I'll put on a remover. And then the remover eats at the glue, and I just brush them off. Then I shampoo them again. I shampoo them again, and either they leave or I put on a clean set.
See, that scares me all the time. Glue and glue remover all around.
Your eyes are closed. Everything I just told you, your eyes are closed.
So what is the remover? What is it made of?
You're gonna get me off guard on that, but I did choose a natural remover because I wasn't a fan of like a chemical, you know what I mean? So I did choose a natural, but I don't have it in front of me to read off the ingredients to you. Yeah, but when I first learned how, I used it was like a liquid, kind of like a liquid gel, and now I use a paste, a natural paste, and it takes about 15 minutes, and then you just sit it on there and make sure it's deep inside the glue. Their eyes are closed, and then you come back after the 15 minutes, and I literally take a damp paper towel, and it slides off similar how Nair would, but the fake eyelash off the real eyelash.
So
it comes off clean.
15 minutes of closing their eyes. I'm going to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Plus, you talking about music, and you probably giving them, girl, you want some of this wine and all that.
How they gonna have wine if they laying straight down on a comfy bed? And guess what? I have it, and I have memory foam. I have memory foam pillows. I have memory foam bed. I have a blanket. It's warm. It's cozy. It's dark. I have a candle. I have music.
Set the atmosphere, in other words, so that completely overlap.
Yeah.
We're going to sleep. We're going to be asleep, Kiana. I know you be having hella girl. Wake your ass up. Get on my I'm just playing.
No, like I said, they either do 2 things. We're listening to music and talking about the music, or they're sleeping. And if they're asleep, like I said, I'm doing some YouTube University of my own, or some music, or I'm off in my head or something like that.
Yeah. Does that make the process go quicker than falling asleep?
Good question.
Yes and no, depending on who I'm working with. I have some clients who can still talk and be okay, but those clients that are like their first couple of times and they don't know what to expect. So if your eyes are closed, the rest of your senses are high. You know what I'm saying? So if they're, you know what I'm saying, doing a little too much, like, okay, once they start snoring after like 30, 40 minutes, I'm like, yes. But some clients I love, like, if she came in and went to sleep, I'm like, girl, you know, we got stuff to talk about. I'll be upset, you know, because that's what we do. That's, you know, we talk, we do this or whatever. So it depends who it is. If it's a jittery client, when they go to sleep, I'm like, yes, you know what I mean? But if it's a client and I'm used to us talking every 2 to 3 weeks and you're filling me in about job or life or whatever, and you go to sleep, I'll be like, But sometimes in the morning they go to sleep and that's perfect. I love it because it does make it a little faster sometimes because you get zoned out, whether it's in your head or the music versus trying to carry on a conversation. So it's literally like, yeah, I zone out.
So you got like you don't ever have you ever ran into people that blink a lot? How would that work?
Yes. So a trick I use for blinking, which I tell my girls as well, is first of all, you can tell people the common stuff. I don't really tell people this because I drink a lot of coffee, but you can't tell them not to have like caffeine or coffee or blah, blah, blah. But you sanitize a nickel. Okay. And when their eyes are closed, you place that nickel there and you place tape over it. And the weight of that nickel will keep your eyelash closed. Little tip for you.
Wow.
Because if you have a jittery eye, I'm telling you, the jittery eye, then the eye will start watering. So now you're trying to work with wet lashes and then they keep moving and all that stuff. And it's horrible. It is the worst thing because guess what? I'm talking about 30, 35 minutes extra. And as a beginner, you're getting ready to cry. Like, oh my God, she's going to wake up and figure out how late it is, but it's her fault because her eye keeps moving. And then you can't like her. It's terrible. But guess what? That little bitty weight takes all your worries away.
So my eyes is watering just talking about it. Like I don't know. It's I want to see it. I really want to pay it.
I got you. Next client, I'm telling you, I'm going to have my little ring light prop thing, and I'm going to give you the experience. And then if I go through my phone and I find anything, I'm going to tag you in it.
But I'm gonna say this for the record. I don't want to see the experience because I want to go get my eyelashes done. For anybody out there thinking anything funny, I just
right
because it's interesting.
Right. You trying to see why kids playing 100+ for lashes. Right?
Yeah.
You want to see what it entails. You want to see how I'm able to make these numbers off of chicks getting lashes and how these chicks not scared about getting their whole eyeball poked. And I'm using 2 sharp tweezers and strong glue. I understand why you want to know more.
Yeah. So you can offer whole bundle packs and everything with this. Are you thinking about coming out with a line?
Sure. Why not? I might as well. I might have to put together something.
So everybody know we were just in California and Long Beach last week, right?
Yeah, y'all had a good time.
Yeah, we did.
After parties and whatnot.
Yeah, it was nice. It was one of the best experiences I ever had.
Man.
But my thing,
I felt your energy looking at everybody's like social media and pictures and all that stuff. Because we see each other online, we see each other in groups, like we're like family away from family, but actually seeing people. And then how you were speaking yesterday, like not only did I see them, they're exactly like I wanted them to be and better. Like that was so awesome. I felt that energy. That's why I was so full of energy and I was so happy like that y'all came on so close, even though y'all felt like y'all were scrambled, but that y'all shared that energy from Cali. You know what I'm saying? By showing people, depending on whose page I was watching, I seen different narratives. But either way, the energy was just like, this is fucking awesome. And everybody is cool. So I'm so happy for you guys.
So I'm going to tell you though, anybody, y'all ever get the opportunity to go. It's a hell of an experience. But I want to say, I was getting to mention that to say, we were in Long Beach and LA and stuff. So you picture pretty people. I didn't see there wasn't no extremely people out there.
You seen them, but they look so flawless. You didn't know what it was.
Oh, okay. That could be.
Wow. Okay, I like that.
You for sure seen it.
That could be true. I didn't see no fluttery eyelashes.
You for sure seen it.
You said you seen it, you just didn't recognize what you were looking at. That's all.
Man, I don't know. It was looking like
Seek
you
is
know,
Seek is just like my husband. They so clueless. You seen it. You definitely seen it.
I told my wife when we was out there, I'm like, man, I ain't seen no beautiful people because you know, you think LA, you think that situation, the movies and all, you're gonna see some beautiful, some regular ass crazy people. The motel, I don't know if Mike, y'all know me and Mike was in the same hotel. And every day it was this dude, this black dude, and like, I don't know, I think she was Mexican or something. Every day, crazy people, they just walk by and they be arguing with each other. They go this way.
Yes.
See, listen, I think everybody's experience to Cali will probably just need multiple different trips because hearing it from because I've only been to Cali once and it was with my brother. And as far as like, I get what you're saying. You talking about that whole Hollywood, like extra done, like extra boobs, plastic surgery type of like luxury bag. I seen the whole time I was there. I seen that one time and we were going to, I can't think of that place, whatever pizza place it was, California Pizza, but the California Pizza was on a rooftop, so we had to park in a parking garage. Wherever it was close near the Hollywood sign. Because where we seen people like filming a like a music video, and then like if I wanted to take a picture, behind me would have been the Hollywood sign. And I was literally sitting next to a couple, and they were literally just traveling for 7 weeks. They're like, we just came back from such and such, and they had like cute little accents. I was just like, I'm living I think at the time I just had my two older ones were little. I'm like, this is the life. I just need to travel and experience. But we Googled LA and it took us to downtown LA, not the LA like I thought I was going to. Yeah. Man, they were selling $30 Levi's on the floor, Bria tacos and shit on the corner. I'm like, this is not what I wanted. So 2.5 hours later, we made it to the real deal, and it was everything and more. So, but then in the parking garage, I whipped the corner. I seen the chick in the Benz with the boobs and the cheeks and the lips and that whole glam look. I'm like, they really out here like that?
Yeah, I didn't see those type of people. You know, I did see a muscle man though, but
muscle.
I didn't. You know, like I was like, man, these is just regular ass hood people right here. They just right from around the corner, probably got a 40 in their backpack, like you know, type of people. You know.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna love to travel when you know what I mean. When they get kids, when life allows us to travel a little bit more, I'm taking every opportunity because we travel quite a bit now, and I just love experiencing new places. Because it's never what you think, but you do learn something every time you go somewhere new. You know, and I think me and my husband came across this show. I don't know what the show is, but if y'all interested, Google it, and it was something like, "What language am I speaking?" And they had people blindfolded and people just talking to them, and you had to guess what language they were speaking. When I tell y'all, it was so many. It was a couple I did know, but it was so many languages that I never even heard of. It was people. It was this Russian guy, and guess what? He looked like us. When have you seen a Russian guy look like us?
Dark, yeah.
Dark chocolate. He looked exactly. And I'm like, damn, I ain't really been nowhere. And I don't like that. So I'm gonna have to go some places and take notes, but I'm so ready. I'm so ready for that. So anytime I do get to go somewhere, I just love it so much.
I feel that. Like I understand that. It's I've only been to the West Coast. I ain't never been off the West Coast, and like now I'm ready to go. We did a real road trip. It was like we took 21 hours to get there, 17, 16, some 19 hours to get back. Like it was a real road trip. But for the record, Cali's ugly. If you going to go look at the scenery, it's ugly. It's brown. It ain't like where I'm from out here in the Northwest. Whereas
what city are you in?
I live in Eugene, Oregon, but I'm born and raised in Seattle.
No, I never been to either one of those. The only thing I didn't like about Cali is sometimes I would be going down a hill and the anxiety in me was so tough because when you were at a stop sign, I felt like the nose of the car was in the road. I literally just wanted to pull over, and I wish Uber and shit was around back then because fuck that. I just really wanted to get out the car and not do it anymore. I was so and everything was far away. Like if I wanted to go to LA from where I was or some shit, like I asked somebody like, hey, how far is such and such? They told me stupid ass shit like it'll take you between 30 minutes or 2.5 hours. Huh?
Because of traffic and the way the freeway system is set up. So if you driving, you miss your exit right here, you might got to go like 9 miles that way and 9 miles back to get back to the same exit.
Yeah, and I had never seen like it was called what like ride sharing or carpool lanes and all this stuff. I was like, what? But I get it because I'm not driving between 30 minutes and 2.5 hours. I'm sending somebody backseat too. Drop me off at my car. Thank you.
There's a lot of the people on scooters too, and little trike bikes, all of that.
Well, like I said, when it was 8 years ago, so I can only imagine.
See that scooter thing, man. If I wasn't an amputee, I'd have been on that scooter everywhere.
But look, I live 20 minutes from Detroit. So we see all the scooters and bikes and stuff down there. And guess what? On these school campuses, they have little robots about this big and they deliver your food.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
So look at them. Say, Google it, put that down on your list. It's going to say something about robots delivering food on campus. You'll see them. You're going to be like, what the hell?
I don't know if I would trust that though. I mean, I guess it's the same amount of trust with people.
I know that's how I feel. That's how I know. I'm like, dang, I'm really up. I'm like, my age is, like I'm an adult now because I be seeing stuff or I be hearing stuff and I'd be like, huh? Whereas I used to be very fluid. I'm like a robot delivering my food.
Yeah, I feel it. Frankie, you be coming in here like a robot, bro. Is that really you, Texas Finest Apparel? You just be coming with your randomness.
Is that really you?
That's one of them bot comments, bro. Is that really you, Frankie? Say something, Frankie. Is that really you? Because that's just hella random. But all right,
it is random.
I'm sorry.
I can't even see what y'all looking at.
Oh, he just came with he's about this. It's like I'm trying new screen printing transfer company and see how it goes. If everything goes well, I'll plug the company.
Thank you.
Yeah, is that really you, Frankie?
He said he got hacked. I don't know. That might not be him.
Man.
With a real, please stand up. Where you at?
Because that was hella random.
I was like, I know I got a little lag on it.
Right?
Like a 30-second lag. The last time we've been talking about Cali for the past 5 minutes.
Yeah. So I want to ask you before we close out, so you said you never use Supercolor. Do you use any transfer companies in your t-shirt business?
Do I what?
Do you use any transfer companies in your t-shirt business?
No, the only time I had to use a transfer company, I called in my guy over at Bear Prints.
Rolando, shout out Rolando.
Because that's when my machine, I had first dropped it off to that guy I was telling you guys about that. He told me to take a week and it took him like 5 or 6 weeks and he was on some bullshit. But I had all these orders coming in and then I was just like, okay, I wanted to keep up with it. So I'm like, okay, well, let's try the DTF. And he was so cool. He got it out to me and it just felt good to do business with people like, our little Facebook group family. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, this shit is not good. And then I was able to still make some money and I was able to give work to him. So it worked out. And he sent me some samples of DTF. And I'm like, man, that looks good. But like I said, next time I needed some, he was down. And then I checked with somebody else and they were down. I was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, it takes a lot, man.
But other than that, I just do other methods because I still have my Canon. I still have my sublimation machine. I still have vinyl. And like I said, I still have my white toner if needed. Also, my girl Kyra, she bought a white toner machine, but she did the other company. Damn, y'all, what's the other company of a white toner that's not an Oki?
I just seen them at the
a Uninet. She has a Uninet, and she bought her straight from the manufacturer. So I think a light of hers made it went wrong, but then she got on there and she switched it out, and now it works like butter. So for her, it's working well. Her learning curve, I don't think was too extreme, but I was able to give her videos and all that stuff. But yeah, so but I'm able to use other methods. So thankful that I still have sublimation and I still want, because for a minute I was like fuck vinyl, and now I'm like, I love vinyl again.
Oh,
I'm I'm totally back on vinyl again. But before I was just like transfers. Now I'm like, F that transfer machine.
Yeah, I feel it. Mike, they're asking to see your hoodie.
I'm gonna show it here in a second. Hey, the key to the lashes. Can we get all your social links, please, to where you can be found?
Okay, so I am on Facebook and Instagram at The Key to Lashes, and it's spelled just like this. The Key to Lashes on Instagram and Facebook. But on Kiana Made It, I still kind of, because Kiana did make the lashes too, so I still show some of the lash process. I'm on Kiana Made It everywhere: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, KianaMadeIt.com, and I also sell my lash trays on KianaMadeIt.com. And like I said, I've been doing a couple of TikToks with the Key to Lashes.
So appreciate you coming out with us. This was dope. Enjoyed talking to you.
That's nice.
So y'all know she got the YouTube channel as well. Kiana Made It. Check that out.
Thank you.
My brother over here modeling. We got a model over here. Two models on the same screen. Hell.
Right. Let me get up on here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Popping and flexing, what you working on your chest over there? Ooh, put the book up there. Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that cartoon is dope too.
But it says beauty in the struggle.
Shit. Yeah, after hearing them prices, hell yeah. so it's for real. So real. Now I'm playing. I've been clowning and stuff, but I really you opened my eyes to some different things that I had no idea about. Appreciate you for that.
Oh yeah, and y'all did a great job, because y'all are truly blind, versus if it would have been a chick interviewing me and she kind of knows a little bit. Y'all are like, what the hell? Why? All that all the faces that y'all made at the beginning, like, y'all really paying that amount? Literally, that's everything that my husband did. And as I was teaching him, or not really teaching him, showing him the process, then he, you know, and he was like, oh, okay, and the time frame and all this stuff. He was like, oh, but it still blows his mind that people come consistently for that amount of time and pay that amount of money sometimes. But he's like, okay, if they're doing it.
But like, listen to what you said though. It's like, it's not only about getting eyelashes done. You sell them an experience.
Exactly.
You get a friend and some comfort, and it sounds like a therapist at times and a whole nine. Because I had a girl, my man tripping, and you know, this is what.
I mean, I've literally been through different relationships with my client. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's been times I've told my client, and I'm like, girl, and she up here, she's trying to explain to me why I say she back in a relationship, and we finally got you over him. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm up here, she trying to talk to me before we didn't even did the lash wash. I said, wait until you taped up. Wait until we about to start. I don't even want to hear what you about to talk about. But literally, we've been family. Like I introduced clients to, you know, my stylist, and you know, like I said, they brought my product. I bought their product. I've supported them, and they keep continuing to grow. I've had people in the hospital, and the nurses are commenting on their lashes, and then the nurses come to me. I've had, you know, other lash techs. I've had nail girls. You know what I'm saying? So it's been awesome. I've done brides. I've done people before their baby shower, you know what I'm saying? Birthdays, anniversaries. So it's been a good time. And I enjoy my clients. I also enjoy the residual income. And I'm so happy that I took that $1,000 class, because it's exactly what I needed, even though I was searching for a hobby, not knowing like what I can do and still be mom and be wife and pick up kids and do everything, but still bring in money. And it dropped into my lap.
So, I love the story, but I would just want to ask, you said your husband is an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
What's his business?
His business, he owns and operates a tow company.
Really? Mm-hmm. So I asked your husband when he gonna come. I want to hear about the tow company. When we gonna hear about that?
Hold on, baby, come here.
Talk about it for real.
Yeah, so he does that. He's also an investor. He's a dope guy. He has me as his wife. He has the 4 boys. Come here. They want to talk to you. They said, when you gonna get on the show? since you're an entrepreneur as well.
Never thought about it.
This
How
is my
you
best
doing, brother? How you doing?
What's going on, fellas?
Man, yeah. Man, I want to invite you on the show sometime, man. We want to hear about the husband that Mr. Mumford, man. You know.
Oh, man, I ain't never thought about it, but why not?
Okay,
Hey.
so we'll definitely get with you and get you a date.
Okay.
You know, I want to hear about it, man. I love what y'all do. Love the family aspect of it, man. We just respect that. We want to showcase it.
Definitely, man. We just trying to be entrepreneurs out here. Ain't
Man,
no
I'm
point of working for nobody. You get out here, get it on your own. Get it on your own somehow, some way.
Period.
That's it.
So we'll reach out with a date within the next couple of days.
Hold on. Guess what? Seek been putting out all this fly shit, and guess who be weeding his stuff?
Listen, she on extension.
Hey, everybody got a part to play, right?
Why he talking about putting you on the show? Guess what? Something put his lady on the show. She be weeding. She be doing nails. She about to do lashes. Tell him.
Make it happen.
He gonna make it happen.
Make it happen.
Okay.
It's a family affair around here, you know. But she ain't about to get on the camera. She ain't with it. She gonna direct. She's a film director, but she ain't about to get on this camera. You know.
Hey, we all have new beginnings. You never know. This can be her push right here because we used to be the same way. We used to be the same way, but that power couple right there, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's true life, and that does take a lot of effort, you know what I'm saying, to make that work. So I hope it does encourage her to come on because she is like you. But thank you for always giving her praise. You always give her praise. Like the other day, he's like, without my wife, I can't do nothing. So shout out to you too.
Thank you.
And I always see Mike shouting out his iron wife. He always making her fly and everything. I don't want my husband talking because he always be like, "You make everybody else stuff. What I got to do? Put in the order to get stuff."
All right, fellas, I holla at y'all.
Okay, right on, man. So we gonna get with you and get him a date. I love to get him on here and talk about it.
For real.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for having me. And also, like I said, sharing your energy from this past weekend. I hope I'm there next year for real.
Yeah, make it if you can. It's a hell of an experience.
And then I hope when I do come that we take you somewhere else so you don't be talking trash about Cali like that.
Oh no, Cali was cool. It was cool. And then see too, I'm gonna be walking next time I go.
That's what's up.
I went and got casted for my prosthetic today, so I have it next week, or I get it fitted the 7th.
How you feel about that? It feel like Christmas?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. This shit, so my surgeon was supposed to submit some paperwork, so it pushed me out a week because he didn't submit these paperwork, so I had to call them like, man, get on it, but they got it on it today. So February 7th, I go get my first fitting. I got some little footage I'm gonna be putting up, so I'm ready to go. Next time I'm walking through Cali and I'm riding
You riding the scooter
with one.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm so proud of you for being able to just share your story. You know what I'm saying, and be real about your feelings. And even yesterday, being transparent. I feel like this is your year because you are literally talking us through. Probably after you get like literally a testimony, but like instead of when it's over, you're telling us like actually through it. Like I seen you with a leg, you get what I'm saying? Then you come back like, oh, I had COVID. This was my experience.
No, I didn't have COVID.
You didn't?
No, I was allergic to the vaccine.
Oh,
I never had COVID. I just
that's even a crazier story. You know what I'm saying? So that's even a crazy. But all I'm trying to say is I'm so happy that you're being so transparent because you know like that's so awesome. You just don't even know how many people you touch.
Thank you.
Because I know I can't even imagine certain things. You get what I'm saying? And then the strength, or you know what I'm saying, or how you talk about like bouncing back, or how you're making the little memes, or you know how you getting on the long road trips, and how you still pushing through with the podcast and all of that. It's like nobody has any excuse.
Period.
at all.
No excuse.
Period. Thank you, Kiana. Appreciate you. We're gonna close this one out.
All right. Well, thanks again, and I'll see y'all soon.
My stomach is touching my back right now. So we will be back this Saturday with Akira Dorsey, the YouTube content creator, motivator, inspirator. So y'all tap in.
Awesome.
See
See you on the
y'all
next.
later.